Alright, I have just been down to my local parts store to get a pilot bearing removal tool. I tried every one they had. Unfortunately, one was way too big to fit in there, and the next one they had, whilst I could fit it in there, it wouldn't reach in deep enough. So I'm now left with no choice but to do what I saw another person do, and that is to actually cut it out. Now fortunately, because it is a soft material, I can work my way through it very slowly. What I am going to do is use a 1/2-inch drill and try and work a lot of the material out without going crazy. The part number you will need for the new one, that is going to be C for Charlie 2226, in other words C2226. That's an SNG Barrett part number, but I believe that is standard. This is it here, nice and new and shiny, and I'll be able to press that in quite easily. Tap it with a little persuader. Ah dear. Alright, so next is to get the drill going. Let's see how this works out. Sorry about the noise in the background, that's a text message. Alright, so let's see here. Hopefully you guys can see this. Just moving it around very gently to try and reduce the amount of bushing that's there. That way I have to cut less with my hacksaw blade, which I'm obviously going to have to do by hand. There we go. Alright, I think that's enough. I don't really want to try going in any deeper or any wider, because I could miss and cause a problem. So now I'm just going to clean that up. I did try the grease method. It didn't work. I tried the pullers. They didn't work. I even tried talking nicely to it, and that didn't seem to work at all. In fact, if anything, it went back in. Next is to get my little saw. I may try using an air saw that I have and just do it very gently, because the blades are extremely small, and that way I should be able to control it nicely. Let me get my compressor charged up, get this cleaned up, and then we'll come back and take it from there. Okay. There is the bush. I've made it slightly bigger. I'm now going to try with the air saw. You won't be able to see me in there too much, unfortunately, but you will be able to hear it. If it's too noisy, then I guess I'll edit it out. Here we go, and I've got to get the thing going and then bring the volume back so that the trigger is not pressed too hard, otherwise it goes way too fast. See? Not too bad. Little. Okay, that is almost there. Just a little further to go. Going to give it a little bit more, not much, and then I'm going to put a chisel in there and see if I can split it that way. Okay, that's as close as I want to get on this side. What I may do, putting a chisel in there, I don't think it's going to help me unless I put a second cut in. So I think that's what I'll do. I won't show you guys me doing a second cut, but I will show you me using the chisel to try and get it out so you can see what's involved. Alright, I don't know if this is going to work. Of course I don't. I've never done this before like this. I've normally had the right tools to pull it out. But, as you can see, there are two slots. Hopefully you can see. One there and one there. I'm going to try and split it, and let's see what happens. I made a dent in it, that's what happens. This could take a little longer than expected. Maybe I'm going to have to cut it all the way through. Yeah, that doesn't seem to be doing shit. I'm going to have to cut them all the way through and hope I don't damage the inside too badly. Obviously I will end up touching it with the saw blade. In fact, I think what I'm going to do is put a nice new blade in. Alright, let's go get a new blade and we'll continue. Alright, new blade installed, here we go. Okay, I think that's there. I'm going to turn it up and do it the other way now. That's the way she likes it. All right. Let's see. I haven't quite got the right tools here, or have I? And of course, people do appreciate that I don't know in there whether I've cut all the way down or not. I believe so, but you don't know. I'm wondering if I can collapse it in somehow. The thing is, I cannot get in deep enough to pull out. Hey, don't you go out on me. Okay, this is going to take a bit of work. So what I'll do is I'll do it and then I'll tell you how it went. Alright, I ended up tapping and chipping and in the end managed to break it out because, there we go, fortunately it's a much softer material than the crank, and I've got to clean this out in here now. But it looks like I did not damage it in any way. Let me get my gin and tonic. No. Let me get my... hang on a second. My wife loves the smell of brake cleaner. Whenever she comes home and I've been spraying brake cleaner, she screams at me. So that must mean she loves it. And then she shuts the door, or actually she slams the door, and then lights candles. So that means she wants to be romantic, doesn't it? There we go. Alright, I will give that a proper clean out in there. You can see all the crap that came out. You don't want that in there. And then I'll be able to tap in, press in. Actually, I'm going to press that in. I'm going to use probably a three-legged puller and a flat disc to push that in. I will show you me doing that so that you're aware of how I did it, and then you can feel all clever when you do it. Alright, that's it for the moment on this particular part. I need to get all the tools and everything together, and then we'll press the new one in. Alright, I have had this bush in the freezer for the last 2 hours. That helps it shrink down, and I'm using my puller to press it in, and I'm hoping it's going to work, because if it doesn't, I'm going to have to go buy me another bush. It seems to be going in okay at the moment. There she goes. Yep. Once you get it really going like this, it really shouldn't be a problem, because it has no choice but to go in. Okay, here we go. As long as it doesn't bellow the bush. There she goes. And just to let you know, I did try this bush on the shaft of the transmission, or gearbox as I would call it, before I tried pushing it in here, just to make sure it was correct. And there it is. It's reached its limit. Whoops, come back, baby. Come on, don't do that. And come on, there we go. That's it, loosen the puller. And on this end, I just used the socket that was big enough and strong enough, and that is pretty darn good. It's slightly proud, but I think it's level. I'm going to get my flat edge on this to make sure that it doesn't protrude any further than this. Not that I really think it'll make a difference, but hey, we want it right. Okay. Final picture. Out with the old, in with the new.